I'm Jen.
And I'm Craig.
And this is the Knot Project.
So this week, we want to have a really quick video. This morning in church, the message was about the two views that we have of each other, the views that we have of ourselves and the way that God views us. And the story that they used, which I thought was really interesting because I'd never really thought of it in this context, was the story of Gideon. So
Found in Judges.
Yep, high level, Judges chapter 6, I believe. Gideon is a farmer, is an Israelite. They are fighting against the Midianites. Midianites are warriors, and they're constantly raiding the Israelites. So in this particular, when we pick up with Gideon, he's hiding in a wine press, and the angel of the Lord comes and says, "Hey, mighty warrior." So right then, at the very beginning, we see Gideon seeing himself as being inferior and
a coward.
A coward, right, hiding in the wine press, and God speaking directly into him, saying, "Hey, mighty warrior." So already right then, God's in his face saying, "Look, you have a view of yourself, but here's how I see you." And as you go through the story of Gideon, for those of you who haven't read it, I don't want to spoil it, but go read it. It's really, really good. And there's iterations there where Gideon uses, even after that, he's constantly asking God for confirmation about, "Oh, do you want me to do this?" Okay, and not only that, but when he goes, he's asking confirmation again. How many should I take, and how do I know who should go? And each time God's meeting him where he is and kind of leading him and fathering him through that process.
So it takes Gideon a while to shake the insecurities.
Right.
It wasn't a one and done kind of thing.
Exactly. It was definitely a process. And I think that I'm still kind of internalizing it myself, but it was a very appropriate message for me because I'm kind of in transition myself.
The whole time during the sermon, I'm praying, "Lord, please let Craig hear this. Please let Craig hear this." And God came through.
Yes, he did.
You heard.
As he often does. As he often does, exactly. So I just want to kind of throw that out there to you guys. It would be a good idea to go ahead and go back and read that story, or if you've never read it, pick up a Bible or go online. Bible Gateway is a really good resource. Type in Judges chapter 6 and enjoy, and let God speak to you, and listen for. I mean, you can even ask him, "Hey, how do you see me?" And then be quiet and listen. Now, there will be other voices that you hear, voices that you may have heard growing up, voices from other people, your parents, your siblings, maybe even your own internal voice. God's voice is one that's going to edify and challenge you, but will never demean you.
Or condemn you.
So you need to be able to test those voices as you're kind of going through this process. And much like Gideon, feel free to ask God to show up, because he certainly will.
I think, I have, in the past few years, really started to see Craig for the man that God created him to be. And it has been awesome at times, and it's been frustrating at times, because there are times that I grew up I just am independent, grew up being independent, and I will protect myself. I will do this. I don't need you. And so it took me many years to come under Craig's protection. And part of the way that I can allow him to protect me and be a strong voice in my life and listen to him is because I have seen God, I have seen through God's eyes who he is supposed to be, even though he doesn't act like that all the time. I don't act like the woman that God created me to be all the time. We all sin and fall short. And so it's been amazing to see that transition in my life, to allow him to cover me and protect me in a lot of ways. Then there are also frustrating times when I know he's doing the exact opposite of who God created him to be. And I want to just sit him down and be like, "There's so much more if you would just do this." And I kind of got to that place this week. And I was, all that old urge to just control and try to, I told him today, I was like, "I just want to will you to do this." And I can't. And I know that I can't. And he knows that I can't.
Especially for me.
Yeah. And I think so God has been reminding me that He is the one that's going to change Craig's heart, and I can participate by being encouraging and praying. And I think this week I came away with, I cannot let his ups and downs be my ups and downs. And I was reading in Luke 8 this week, when the storm comes and the disciples freak out, and then Jesus comes and calms the sea. And I told God, I was like, I am tired of being that disciple in the boat that just panics and freaks out when the storms come. And I am going to be able to ride whatever the storms of my kids, the storms of Craig, my own personal storm, much better if I can just sit in the boat and be calm and believe that God is who He says He is. Just like Gideon had to believe that God would do what He said He would do, and give him strength to go out and save the nation of Israel. So yeah, we just really challenge you guys to take those lies, even if you don't know that they're lies, and take everything that you believe about yourself and bring it to God and ask Him for confirmation. And take those same statements to your spouse. What do you think about this? And kind of just see who God has created you to be and the plan that He has for your life, and not letting your insecurities or your emotional highs and lows dictate how you're going to walk out your life and your marriage. Good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
So, in summation, read Judges chapter 6. Yeah. Pray about it. Let God speak to you. Obviously, bounce it off with your spouse and have a good conversation about that. And we hope to talk to you guys pretty soon. Feel free to throw out some comments.
Yeah. All right. Have a good week.
And go Tigers.